Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and I'm here today with another lovely piece of pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2022 Taycan GTS. So the Taycan, if you don't know, is our fully electric vehicle, but just like the rest of our cars, it comes in different variants. You have the Taycan 4S, Taycan Turbo S. This one is the GTS. So just like in the rest of our lineup, when you go to the GTS, it's kind of the enthusiast variant. It comes with a few more standard performance features than the other models, as well as a little bit more horsepower. So the Taycan GTS makes 590 horsepower, which yeah, is a pretty big number. Very, very quick car. Obviously, being electric, you have that immediate torque from 1 RPM. So it's quite the thing. Great performance, great acceleration. Dynamically too, the cars are great. All of the weight is very low down in the car, so yeah, dynamically it's certainly impressive. Quite a cool thing. But let's talk about this one in particular, how it was optioned, etc. So starting with the outside, this is ice gray metallic, which is quite a new color for us and is pretty unique. It's not quite white, it's not quite silver. They do call it ice gray, so it's kind of just a very light gray. I'm not sure how it's coming through on the video there, but if you want, frankly, if you want a white car but don't want a white car, there's so many out there. You want something maybe a little bit different. I think that's part of why maybe chalk has been as popular as it has. This is along that vein where it's just a little bit different. Stands out. Certainly in the sunlight you can see the metallic comes out, more of the depth of color comes out than is maybe showing on camera at the moment. Sticking with the outside, these wheels, these are the 20-inch Aero Sport wheels, designed to look good but also kind of channel the air so you have as efficient airflow as possible. Range on this one, by the way, I should probably mention off the top, you can pretty reliably get about 400 kilometers to a full charge. It'll depend on weather conditions, how cold it is, and things like that, but generally speaking, we see people getting about 400 kilometers, which is, yeah, not bad. And this particular one was optioned with both the what is the spec exactly? I wrote it down here. 150 kilowatt is what I was trying to come up with. 150 kilowatt DC charger, so that means it can take full advantage of the fast chargers like we have set up here at the dealership, and that will give you an 80% charge in about 20 minutes. So really quite quick. And then for home charging, this one also has the kind of more robust onboard charger, meaning it can charge a little bit quicker at home as well. A couple of options that are definitely worth adding when you're speccing your Taycan, and this one happens to have them already. Some other stuff outside, looking here at the charger port. This one has the power charger port, so what that means is there's a little kind of black protrusion on the side of the car. You can just run your finger under that, and then the door opens electronically. Pretty cool, certainly looks cool and is pretty slick. You can also then open it from the inside with the button in the center console there on your screens. Without that, it would just be a mechanical release, kind of like you might see on some fuel doors where you just press that and it releases it mechanically and the door opens up. It works fine, but the power one is certainly cooler and higher tech. I would say, befitting the Taycan, maybe a little bit better. Some other stuff you might notice on the outside, you've got a few sensors up front. That's because this one has the adaptive cruise control, so you can set your following distance from the car in front. If it brakes, this car will slow down for you to maintain that set gap. As well, you might be able to see a little camera on there for the surround view camera. This has a camera on the front as well as the rear, and one underneath each side mirror to give you that top-down view so you can see all the way around the car. It's a feature I love, makes parking super easy. And then some other stuff outside would be the brake calipers, which are a little bit hidden by these wheels, but they're in there. It has the gloss black brake calipers as opposed to the standard red ones on the GTS to keep the kind of monochrome aesthetic that this one has going. Another thing that's kind of, I guess you could call it an interior or exterior feature, but is quite unique, is the sunroof. This one has the variable light panoramic roof. So we'll have some photos kind of trying to show what it does, but I encourage you to come see it in person. You can hit a button on your screen in the center console and kind of decide how much light you want that panoramic roof to let through and where. It's all really cool. You can kind of move the tinting, I guess you can say, effectively. Throughout the roof. Really neat stuff. Hard to articulate, but really cool to see. Moving to the inside then. This one has the GTS interior package in chalk. What that means is it's actually largely a black interior, but it has chalk stitching. So you have leather on the dashboard, and then you have Alcantara elements as well. So parts of the seat and the steering wheel are that synthetic suede material, which is kind of, motorsport inspired, makes it feel very racy, very sporty inside. But then you get that stitching for a little bit of contrast. You also get the chalk seat belts dialing that contrast up a little bit, and the GTS embossed on the headrest, which is a nice little touch too. Also in there you have, sorry, carbon fiber trim, and actually an important thing on the outside that I neglected to mention was the sport design package in carbon fiber. So you've got a bunch of other little carbon aspects around the outside of the car. Tying that into the inside was the carbon trim. I always like to see those elements tied in together. And then the premium package was optioned here as well. So that gives you important features like the lane change assist or blind spot warning, the Bose sound system, gives you the insulated glass. So you can actually physically see it. If you roll the window down, there's two pieces of glass with kind of a layer of insulation in between. Makes it that much more quiet inside the cabin. Obviously being an electric car, this one's pretty quiet already. But then also being a GTS, it comes standard with the electric sport sound, which is pretty cool. It's not sport exhaust, it's kind of a modern version of that, where it has more electronic sounds that do kind of dial up the emotion, and you can feel, well, you are more invested, I will say, in the acceleration than you are otherwise. You can't feel it any differently necessarily, but it gets you more excited. I thought it was kind of just a novelty when I first heard about it, but it's actually really, really cool and quite effective. And you can turn that on or off if you don't like it, just like sport exhaust, but it's a cool thing. But yeah, the insulated glass makes it quieter inside, also keeps the heat, in the winter, out in the summer, makes it a little bit more comfortable inside. Nice feature to have. It'll also have heated seats front as well as rear in this one. I think that's just about all of the content that I wanted to mention, but other things that are important to know. Firstly, the mileage on this one. If you haven't seen it in the ad already, about 16,500 kilometers, so not too much use at all. We got this one from Porsche Canada. It was a former executive demo there, and we purchased it from them, and then we certified the car as well. So it's earned the Porsche approved certified pre-owned designation, which means it comes with a warranty extension too. So the standard new car warranty is 4 years or 80,000 kilometers with Porsche. The certified cars get a 2-year extension from that, and the kilometer limit basically goes away. So you have, if you don't hit that 80,000 kilometers until the end of the 4 years, then once that expires, the 2 years kicks in. So you would have warranty in that case until July of 2028 with this car, and no mileage limit, which is pretty cool. If you do hit that 80,000 kilometers earlier, then that's when the warranty extension kicks in and you get 2 years from then. So some great coverage, some great kind of peace of mind. And then also the fact that this is now a used car means you don't have to worry about the luxury tax applying. So some good savings and value there too. But if you're interested, when we're done shooting the video here, we'll bring it upstairs, we'll put it on display in our showroom. So please do give us a call or pay us a visit. Thanks very much for watching.